Yes, day number 3. I want you to imagine looking back in 6 months from now and realizing you're still talking about growing your list instead of watching it grow. Same ideas, same intention, and halfway through 2026. Well, today is the day you're going to stop starting and start repeating. So if you've been here for 3 days, I'm so proud of you for showing up every day. I'm starting to tally up the tickets right now, and I've got my eye on who the winning coach is at the moment. I'm not telling the team who it might be, but keep showing up, right? And today, I'm hoping that something's actually going to stick, right? Today isn't about doing more. It's about choosing one simple system and committing to it for the long term so that we can see results start to compound, or as I like to call it, snowball effect. All right, guys, as always, we're going to kick off with our theme song as we wait for the rest of the people to jump on in, and I'll be back in 3.5. If you want to warm up, stand up and get your boogie on, and I'll be back in here in 3.5.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
Music's in my ears. Check the live stream.
You're stronger than the others think, and who cares if you might miss it? Go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
welcome to day number 3. How is everybody today? So lovely to see you all jumping on in. Welcome to day number 3 of the List Growth Made Easy Bootcamp. If you're watching live, then drop me a wave. And even if you're on the replay, make sure you hashtag replay, because by showing up live or watching the replay, that gives you a ticket into the grand prize draw at the end of this event. So there is somebody who's currently ahead with tickets. They've got 12 tickets and they're leading the pack with the amount of tickets claimed. I'll start sharing some names and results real soon, but I've been tallying it up so we can see which coach is ahead of the game as well. Everybody is trying to beat Ash because she seems to win all the time. Now,
can we get numbers? Can we get numbers at least?
Numbers? Okay, let me have a quick look. So far, Nadia Day is leading the pack with 12 tickets. So, Nadia, you are number 1. And let's have a look. In second place, tying for second place is Alison Eads, Dominic Penn, Deborah Garber, all with 11 tickets. So well done to second place. And third place coming in together, Emma Fisher and Alison Brown. All right, now there's loads of other people, but make sure you get all your tasks done and claim all your tickets by showing up live and doing your home play live in 5, the start here. There's lots of opportunities. I actually also need to add an extra ticket for Alison Brown because I saw she put her badge up in the Facebook group. And I did say yesterday, if you post your badge, I did say with a photo of yourself, but I'm just happy to see one of them go up. So you would actually then move up, Alison, into second place with all the other second place holders at the moment. So it's not the amount of tickets that wins you the grand prize. However, it just increases your chances. All right. So first off, I really want to be upfront with you that if you've made it here to day 3, you've already shown commitment. You are doing what most people don't. Most people don't get this far. So take a second and acknowledge yourself for not just showing up, but following through as well. Now, yesterday was all about the opportunity. You learned about where to find those hidden clients that are already paying attention, and that your lead magnet is actually just a doorway, not a masterpiece. And you narrow down your focus to at least 2 of the lead magnets. Now, this really works because you're getting clarity as we're starting to build towards this momentum. So today I do want you to choose at least which one of those you're going to proceed with, okay? Now, this work, it matters because when you get clarity on what you're doing, then it makes it easier when we move into building. So today is all about taking that clarity and turning it into momentum. All right. So today we're going to look at the entire list growth system, right? How are you going to piece it together? So where is my little, all my bits are in the wrong place. Here, agenda, that's what I need. So today, what we're going to do, of course, we've just done the recap, but then we're going to look at that high level view, right? You'll see the entire list growth system, so it finally makes sense, and understand why restarting over and over keeps you stuck. And you're going to be making one clear decision that will move you forward. And it'll actually move you forward more than anything has done in the past. And that's by following these 4 steps to true momentum that I'll be sharing with you. We'll also be looking at the fast path and how to get that shit done. And then, of course, we always end off with our home play and our wrap up and draw prizes. And then we do our networking and laser coaching. It was really good yesterday. So if you're ready for clarity and you're ready to look at this high-level overview, drop me some fire emojis in the chat. I forgot to get my little chat window up here as well today. Come on, Sally, get your stuff together. Here it is over here. Oh, I see. I'm not getting my chat comments coming through here, so I can't even share them to the screen today. So all the stuff that happened with the live stream, I can't share your comments on screen today, but that's okay. I can still see them in the chat window over here, but it's harder for me to look at that. But there's lots of fire emojis coming in, I can tell you now. All right, so just a quick reminder, Replay Hub is there at Homebase, listgrowthmadeeasy.com/homebase, so that you can catch up on anything you need, all the actions happening in the Facebook group. If you need any support, don't forget to reach out to your success coaches and take daily action so that you can win prizes. And just being here, right? Being present is what you need to do. You don't need to understand everything. And you don't need to take perfect notes, right? You can go back and re-watch this. If you're a VIP, you get lifetime access. And a few shout-outs. Sue Hockey, great that day one live is finally done. Charles, I'm going to say navigating through technology challenges like a champion, right? You posted lots of things about fish. Now, we are going to not totally remove them. We're going to bring them down and we're going to collate them into a little one album post for you. But what I want to do is say, well done you for just posting anyway, right? Some people would be like, oh, I don't want to do it. I won't hit the button. We're proud of you for doing that. So, and great photography skills. I mean, everything was laid out like so beautifully. And Steve Gregory, hey, Steve, your warning label, don't let out around small children. I thought that was really funny because offensive language might happen. Well, that happens a lot in here. I try myself to be a little bit okay on the live streams, but I can't guarantee everything. Anything, sometimes an F-bomb does drop. All right. So today is about systems, not hustle. Because most people don't struggle with their list growth because they don't know what to do. They struggle because they start something, they get distracted, they change direction. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, now, Sally, what you've said yesterday is going to make me have to change my lead magnet. Have you tested it? How do you know it needs changing? And I don't want you to keep repeating yourself, right? This is not a motivation problem. This is a systems problem that you've got. So the real problem, restarting instead of repeating. So let me ask you, how many times have you started a lead magnet? Let me know in the chat. How many times have you started one? Or maybe you've begun setting up a funnel and you get distracted. Or you start to plan your follow-up sequence and that also goes out the window, right? So if you're getting there, you're only getting halfway and then stopping. We can see here, yeah, only once, Alison. Deborah says never because she's not done a lead magnet before. I get that. Too many times, says Sharon. Judy says a couple of times. Tons, says Dominic. Feels like thousands. Alison says funnels. Ugh. That's all right, baby. That's why you got us now. We're going to make sure that shit gets done. All right. Nadia says, follow up is my brain boggle. Lead magnet without a system. That's it. You can get them. But then what? All right. So let's have a look at the List Growth Made Easy framework, which is a 10,000-foot view. And let's zoom on into that with my handy-dandy whiteboard. All right. So list growth, it doesn't require more funnels, more platforms, more complexity. It requires one system. So let's look at the core pieces that are in this system. So the first core piece is traffic. Where are you going to get more people? Where are you going to get in front of people that do not yet know you? Posting on social media to your friends and your family and your followers, that's nurture. That's not lead generation. That's just showing up for the people who already know you. The next step is, how do we get people to join the list? Well, that's where we capture. And we do capture via a landing page. So a landing page, that is just like, think about a website, for example. You go to a site and there's stuff on it. We call it a landing page because it is not a website. Its one and only purpose is to capture an email address and a name. Right? Now, think about a website. When you go to a website, there's lots of different things. There's about me section and contact section and resources section and who knows what other sections. They can click around and go exploring, but a lot of people will explore your website and then leave and do nothing. What happens with your capture page, your opt-in landing page, you might learn some new words today, but the only thing on it is for you to do one thing. Give them a form to fill out to get their name and email address. That's it. Then after you get their email address, whoops, what's going on here? After you get their email address, then they go to a thank you page. Now, this is one of the most underutilized pages in people's funnel. What they do is they go to your email, check your email, your freebie will be there. That's what we call a dead end. What we want to do is we want to ask for a baby offer. All right, that's what we put on the thank you page. Now, a baby offer can be one of two things. We ask them to give up a little bit of their time, and that will be in regards to booking a call with you, right? And they want to learn more about you. Have a conversation with them. Or the second one is you ask them to give up a little bit of money. Now, the money can be anywhere between $1 up to about $27. It's kind of like, I don't have to go and ask permission to spend this money. You know, like at the checkout when they put all those candy bars and tempting things, right? That's what this is. It's just something a little tempting, but it has to feel like the next logical step. So if you're giving away time management as your freebie, the next one would not be about book a call for limiting beliefs. It's not congruent. So it needs to feel like the next logical step. So whatever you name this baby offer, that also needs to feel like it belongs as the next step. So for example, I've got a book that's called 25 Things You Should Automate in Your Business. And if you've DM'd your success coach, you would have got yourself a copy of that. Now, after they opt in for the 25 things you should automate in your business, I have a free call. And that call is called an automation audit. See how it feels like the next logical step. Okay, so after they opt in and you offer them that one-on-one, then, whoops, something's going on with this today. I think it's the heat. There we go. And there must be a hand thing happening. Let me see in my settings. I think it's just the heat. Then after that, they move through to either your checkout, right, to collect the money. So they go to a calendar to book the appointment. All right. So that is the 3 landing pages that you will have in your funnel. Now, when we're building our funnel, this last one here is the follow-up. Oops, sorry. That's your thank you page and the opt-in, and then we have from there follow-up. Now, this one is automation. Okay, so when we follow up, this is what is the slow path. So if they did not book the appointment, right, they get here but they don't book, this is what we call the fast path. Right, we always, 3 rules we have. I'll just come back to you and to explain this to you. There are 3 rules that I have when I build an automation. Number 1, always build the fast path. So you go to the traffic source. Yes, I'll give you my email. Yes, I'll book an appointment. Yes, I'll buy your product. Yes, I will onboard, right? Fast path. Then you've always got to build the slow path. So at each of those decision points, there's a possibility that they're going to say, not yet. So then we build in the slow path. That's the follow-up. So after we do the offer and they've opted in for this freebie here, we then send them 5 emails. Okay? And these 5 emails, 1 is you deliver the free gift. The second is you give more value. And that value email is like adding additional information on top of the freebie. Now you've got the freebie. Here's another tip to build on that. The third email is the bridge. So the bridge email is showing us that here's another resource and I want you to come across the bridge and bridge that next resource back to the baby offer, right? So that's going to point all the way back here to the baby offer. The next one is actually the offer itself, right? And again, we're going to point them back to the offer. And the fourth email is called the scarcity email. And again, that one's going to say spots are filling up or limited spaces or this goes away in 3 days and back to offer. See, and then they would come back into the fast path. So this is the fast path. Along the top, the slow path is what pushes them back into the funnel. Now, the third rule is no dead ends. So who here has grown their email list? You get people in, then you do nothing with their emails until you've got another promotion to run, right? They sit there dormant until you want to advertise something. What actually happens is it's not good for your sending domain. We need to be showing up regularly so that the powers that be on the internet, they know that people are opening our emails regularly. So our deliverability increases. So this is what we do with the slow path. On the slow path, once they come off the back end here, we send them into long-term nurture. So inside of our system, in our business in a box that we build for our clients or with our clients, that long-term nurture is a weekly email over 2 years. So 1 a week, 96 emails, and then the people just repeat back in 2 years. Nobody's going to remember what you sent them 2 years ago in the second week of February. Right? So that's where the long-term nurture runs. Then after the long-term nurture, we have what's called a lead return campaign. And what a lead return campaign is when you have a promotion, you're trying to get those guys back to the start of a funnel. So maybe they opted in for this original freebie 12 months ago and they weren't yet ready. You can run a lead return campaign to remind them about it, then they opt in and you're hoping they'll get further through the path, right? So a couple of rules to recap. Number 1, we always build a fast path. Number 2, always build a slow path. That's where we automate, follow up. And then for no dead ends, we nurture. And when we're nurturing, that's where we're building trust over time. So this is the system. Once this exists, your job is to repeat and refine it, not to rebuild it. You see, if you were to choose just one thing and dial it in, close your eyes now. I want you to imagine, how would your business look? How would your business feel in 12 months from now if you had just one lead magnet that you just kept dialing in and dialing in? Let me know in the chat, how would that make business feel compared to how it is now, where you feel like you're always in creation mode and you're not in build and scale mode? We have to get you out of creation mode. Yeah, choose one thing and dial it in. Alison says confident. Sharon says amazing. Nadia says lovely. Alison Eid says amazing. I feel so much better than I did 18 months ago, because Alison joined us 18 months ago. Probably, wasn't it? Dominic said he'd feel at peace. And this would really literally change my entire life and business. Oh my God, I got goosebumps. Dominic, you've given me goosebumps. All right, so let me share with you the 4 magical steps to true momentum, which is here. So the 4 magical steps to true momentum, it is build it. Let's build those 3 landing pages and your 5 emails. Then, my favorite part, measure it. The sexy, sexy numbers, we measure. And if you were here yesterday in After Dark, when we went dark, I showed you my Facebook ad sexy number spreadsheet, how things change color when I hit certain metrics, how I made decisions around which ads to keep and which ads to turn off. Like, it excites me. And inside our community, I do the same for you if you're running ads. We look at that and we measure it. Next is we then optimize it. So what can we do to improve? We already know what our KPIs will be. For example, 20% or more of people who view your landing page, minimum 20% of people should give you their email address. Now, if you don't hit that, there's something wrong with your opt-in landing page. We then need to optimize that. And then we move to repeat, right? We fix the build a little, we measure, we then optimize again, and we repeat. And what we're doing is building that snowball effect. Build it once, measure what's working, optimize what isn't, and repeat. How does that sound? Does that sound doable? Yeah? Because businesses, they grow not through making more stuff. Businesses, you just don't grow with more things. The ones who actually do really well are doing less things. They're just repeating things. Momentum doesn't come from more new ideas. It comes from a commitment to stopping yourself chasing shiny balls. Who's a shiny ball chaser? If I just buy that course, it'll get better. If I just hire that coach, it'll get better. If I just watch that video, it'll get better. If I just make that other lead magnet, it will get better. But have you tested anything? Truly and honestly tested anything that you've made? Or do you just keep throwing it out there like spaghetti and hoping something sticks. Let's get truly honest with ourselves, because at the end of the day, and I say this all the time, we can help you build it. We can help you measure and optimize it. But if you're not doing your part, none of this is worth doing it anyway. Running your own business is not the easy path. Helping somebody else grow their business and being employed by them, that's the easy way, right? This is, we do as business owners, we do more than most people will do in order to have what most people won't have. We hustle at the beginning. We have to actually work hard at the start. Yes, I'm not going to be one of those coaches that bullshit you and you're in startup mode and you won't have to work hard. You will. But then guess what? You get to hire a team you start to be able to hire yourself out of the jobs you don't like. Like me, I don't like housework. So I have a housekeeper, right? That was one of the first things I hired. It was more for my husband and I to stop fighting, honestly. She's a marriage saver more than anything, right? Now, before we dive into today's home play, I want to pause for a moment, because so far in this bootcamp, you've been able to see where your list might be leaking. You've identified a few hidden opportunities. You've shortlisted your lead magnet. And now you can see how finding your traffic source, opt-in page, baby offer thank you page, and then checkout or calendar page is part of the 3 pages that you need to build. That's your full system. Out of all of these, which one feels like the biggest breakthrough for you? Was it figuring out where you're leaking? Or was it understanding how to put together your lead magnet? Or was it seeing the full funnel set up? Alison says the funnel. Can't wait to have it set up properly. Yes, Alison, we got you, girl. Alison's a studio client, so we're actually building it for her. Nadia says all of it. All of it. I love it. Get those tippy tap fingers out. It keeps me excited and it keeps Ash counting for tickets. 2 and 3, says Deborah. Yeah, setting up the system, Dominic. Yeah, that's my jam, baby. That's what I love. All right. So I can see lots more coming in. The funnel. Yeah, lots of people with Alison. Okay. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to share with you what it looks like for those of you who are ready to move forward and get more clarity and take some action. Now, I just want to ask your permission. We've actually had a lot of people asking about our upcoming GSD workshop. You might have heard me mention it yesterday. I did actually give the dates to our studio and academy clients. We are running a 3-day workshop later in September. And I thought, if it's all right with you, I might just tell you about that now. Then we can get on with the rest of the boot camp, just for those who might be interested. You see, this 3-day workshop, it's not another course or workshop, and it is not theory. This is actually a done with you build experience, where in 3 focused days, you will build your complete list growth system with us in your back pocket for support. So who here would like to smash it out in 3 days? Because I promise you, at the end of 3 days, if you do the things I tell you to do, you will be able to turn ads onto this funnel at the end of the 3 days. Yes, totally. All right. So let me show you. I've got to get the right screens up here. What that looks like over the 3 days. I did have this set up somewhere here. I'll clear all that off. All right, so this is just where you will go if you decide to join us. But this is what's going to happen over the 3 days. On day 1, we will take that lead magnet that you've chosen and we're going to make sure you've 100% locked it in before we even start. So you're already coming in prepared with what lead magnet you're going to have. Right, so you'll clarify your client, you'll define what that quick win will be, And we will be giving you a template to design your lead magnet with. Now, it's not the content that you deliver that's in the lead magnet that's the most important part. It's actually the marketing copy that we're going to help you with so that you don't have a dead end, right? That we will give you an introduction page and how to write it, and then your call to action page at the end. We're going to help you write that as well so that we show people what the next logical step is. So we give you guidance for the marketing copy part, but the guts of the teaching and the learning stuff, that's all you. By the end of day 1, you will have an irresistible lead magnet as a PDF ebook ready to start sharing with people. Once you get them, of course, then convert them. So what this is going to save you is still trying to pick the right idea, or asking yourself, should I change it? Or will it even work? After you've created it, you're going to know exactly what you've done, why it matters, how it fits into your list growth system with 0 second guessing. So who here would like to stop wandering around trying to choose the lead magnet and you just get it done, right? Feel confident and then move on. Then we move to day number 2. In day number 2, this is when we dive into the technology, right? This is where you're going to turn your idea into something real. So on day 2, we build the front end of the list growth system. You will build your opt-in landing page. We will actually give you a pre-designed, the layout has already been tested to convert landing page, and we will also help you with the copywriting and exactly what words to use. We will then build the thank you page, and you will decide whether it will be a tripwire or will be a calendar appointment. So your baby offer. We will get and connect any forms that you need to connect from your opt-in to the calendar to the checkout. And we will also help you with all the copywriting and the web page designs. So you will be just taking and tweaking. Like I always say, take my shit, add your own sparkle. Okay? And you'll get guided support. Our team will be there. It is literally click, do this, click, do this, click, do this. And if you get stuck and fall behind, we've got breakout rooms for our team to help you catch up. Okay? Because my promise is at the end of the 3 days, this thing is ready to turn on. So you'll get those templates, the guidance and live support, so you're not starting with a blank screen. Your lead magnet is no longer going to be an idea in your head. It's going to be live and working. And you will no longer have half-built funnels, tech overwhelm, starting and stopping. You'll have a live opt-in funnel where people will actually join your list and not just something that you plan to finish one day. So who here would like to finally have something instead of another half-built idea? Yeah? Oh my God, I love this, Dominic says. Sharon says, can't wait. How many lead magnets can you have running at the same time? So let's start with 1. Let's dial it in, right? 1, and dial it in. Because what you're also doing, if you're running multiple, is now they're competing against each other. And for your audience's attention, if you don't have a big audience, it's very hard to measure what matters. So we really want to choose 1. Okay, now, if we've tested this for a good length of time and we're not getting results, then we might look at another. But you've heard the story of the woman who went overnight from 10 leads a day to 400 overnight. We didn't change the lead magnet, we just changed the hook to make them click. And at the end of the day, only 20% of people actually look at that thing anyway. It's just about bringing them in. Remember, it's not a masterpiece, it's just a doorway. All right, day 3 is where it gets really exciting. All right, this is all about follow-up and momentum, making a system that works without you chasing people. So on day 3, we build the back end, the automation, the sexy stuff. You'll be testing your funnel end to end, making sure every button works, every form works. We will give you the automation. We will talk you through it, but it's ready to take and tweak. You will write and load your first 5 nurture emails for that slow path. And then we're also going to give you our no dead end strategy, which is the 2 years of email nurtures. So your system is actually going to start working for you, not relying on memory or manual follow-ups. No more saying to yourself, what should I do next? Or forgetting to follow up, or leads going cold because nothing happens after they get that freebie. Your follow-up runs automatically and consistently, even when you're offline, and it creates true momentum without burnout. So who here would love to know that their follow-ups are actually happening automatically when you're resting or watching Netflix? Yeah, I see your heads up. Yeah, Loretta's like, yeah, me please. Yes. All right. So let me tell you what comes with these 3 days. In those 3 days, before we start, you're going to have a few things to do. One, we're going to help you lock down that lead magnet. And the week before we go into this, everyone's going to get access to OmniSam. Now, OmniSam, you will get access because you're going to be building it inside of OmniSam. Now, the framework for how you build it will work in any software. So you could take what you learn and then rebuild it in another piece of software if you want to. But OmniSam comes with so many things. It is not just a lead funnel and an email server. It has all of these different things available. Now, this is a lot of things, but you don't actually have to use all of them, right? It's just like someone said to us, it's like the Ferrari, but I don't need all of that. That's fine. You don't need to use all of it, but you need to start, okay? You need to start. So you get funnels, automations, your lead magnet. Now, also, along with having the software, you will also get access for 30 days. We're going to give you access to our academy area where you can come in and you can join Tech at 10 and Tech at 2 to get help from John or Vinodi when you get stuck inside the tech. And then every Tuesday, we do a GSD session where you can sit in there and work on a particular project, and our team is sitting there if you get stuck to ask questions. Now, in the lead up to the event, let me just find those dates for you. The dates are Tuesday the 17th to Thursday the 19th of February, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Or if you're international, Pacific Standard Time, it's Monday the 16th to Wednesday the 18th of February, midday, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So this is, and I can tell you, I've done these workshops many, many times over the past 10 years, and nobody ever leaves disappointed. The amount of video, I should find them. Somebody deleted all my testimonials a few years ago out of my folders, and I can't find all of my old testimonial videos. We still have recent ones, but what you will get done in 3 days will be more than you would get done in 3 months doing it yourself. So let's talk about the investment. The 3-day list growth accelerator normally sells for $697. That's pretty reasonable, right? $697 to walk away with a complete funnel. But Ash was saying to me this morning, if nobody was in, I don't think by then, she's like, we can't do it. I said, yes, we can. I said, I don't want to make profit on this. I actually said that. I don't want to make profit on this. This to me is about seeing you take action and actually get the doing done. So for a very limited time, I'm offering an early bird special for the action takers only. To grab a ticket for only 197 Australian dollars. So I don't know how much that is in the US, but it's crazy. We are not profitable running this event. But it's my good karma, pay it forward. I truly want you guys to see the power of list growth. So this will include the full 3-day done with you experience. All the templates, the guidance, the support, 30 days free using the OmniSam software so you can build and test everything properly, and access to be able to come to Tech at 10 and Tech at 2 for those 30 days, first 30 days. Now, we do have an optional VIP upgrade, which is a done for you option. You will still attend the day, but you won't have to be as present. And even if you don't want to attend the day, you can just watch it back on replay or go and watch some videos we point you to. But that's for those of you who are thinking, I want this done faster with less effort and fewer moving parts. So we do have a VIP done for you upgrade that's available after you register. And here's how it works. Instead of you building it yourself, we will actually install it into your funnel. We will build your entire business in a box, which is actually more than just the funnel, into your OmniSam account. We'll build the system for you, the area that will support your leads. You will learn about the customer's life cycle. No leads will fall through the cracks. You'll get lead generation, induction, nurture campaigns, follow-up campaigns, conversion campaigns, automated reviews and referral requests. And you just have to watch the videos so you understand how it works and walk away with a fully installed business in a box setup. So this VIP upgrade, if you head to our website, this normally sells for $3,000 for us to install this into the system for you. But if you join us in the Bootcamp accelerator, the accelerator, this week only, 1,997 Australian dollars for us to build your entire business in a box. So that upgrade is only available if you join us for the GSD accelerator. Now, most people, when they try to do that business in a box by themselves, take more than 90 days to build it themselves. But with the done for you, we will have it done in 30 days or less. So instead of delaying or getting stuck or juggling time around life and business, you're literally cutting a check for speed, right? You get speed, clarity, confidence without feeling overwhelmed. So who here would prefer to do the done for you instead of sitting there half-built systems? Or maybe you want to do the done with you. Now, this upgrade isn't for everybody, and that's totally okay. Some people love to build themselves, right? We'll have fun. Maybe you will end up being some of the people that are on my team because they fell so much in love with building that I hired them, right? So some people want to build it themselves, but other people value speed. So the path, that's up to you, but that's just the option. So you can totally take what we're teaching you over this entire week and try to piece it together on your own, or you can join us in the 3-day accelerator and get the support and everything you need. So applications are now open. You go to Home Base. On Home Base at the very top, you're going to see a button that says, I'm all in. So I want you to go and register for that. Go grab your ticket for it, and then our academy and our studio clients, you guys as part of your package already have access to it. But we need to know if you're going to attend. So just to register your interest as an academy or a studio client, please email us at support@omnisam.com.au so that we can put you on the list. All right. So Go on, head to Homebase, click that I'm all in button, and we will see you in the bootcamp. My promise to you is at the end of the 3 days, you will have a fully automated list growth system. Previous attendees, I tell you, they say they get more done in 3 days than 6 months. So, if not now, when? If not you, who? All right, I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to go and register. After the end of the 30 days, we have a question. How much is OmniSam? 297 Australian dollars a month. But hey, how much is one customer worth to you? How much time will you save? I think somebody said this to me once and it really resonated with me. It's like my team in the back pocket, automating, following up, sending weekly emails. Would you be able to hire an employee for 297 Australian dollars to do all that work? I bet not. It does the work of about 3 full-time team members. But it is an investment like all things in business. You're an adult. I'm going to let you do some adulting. I'm going to be back here in 5 minutes and we're going to get stuck into home play and also welcome those who register. Where is my button?
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine, go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go
lost my Zoom room. So I don't think I can get back in. Let's have a look. Zoom has disappeared on me. Let's see if this way will get me back in. Nope. Let's try this. Zoom quit unexpectedly. Reopen. Something's happened. All right. Well, we are still streaming. Hi, everyone on the stream. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me see if I can get my little eCam button. Even that is frozen. I think it's the heat. All right. Let me come into my Zoom account. We have all disappeared. Ash hopefully is sending them to the breakout room. I mean to the live stream. Hang on. Let me call my Ash. Let's find out what's going on in there. Where is she? There she is. Give her a call. All right. The joys of live. The joys of live. We still have to do home play and going dark. But Zoom has cut out and is not letting me in. The joys and joys of live. Waiting for Ash to pick up the phone. Hello.
Where did you go?
Zoom has thrown me out. Is everybody else still in there?
Yes, we're all still in here.
Yeah, and it's not letting me back in. So,
Okie dokie.
all right. So stay there and get everybody to head to YouTube because I believe we're still on YouTube. I will do the home play and show everybody what's happening there. Then we'll turn off the live stream and then I'll try to come back into Zoom on another account for After Dark. Sound good?
Okay, send everybody to have a look on YouTube. Can I share the screen in here? And that would...
Yeah. You could probably do that. Yeah, give that a crack.
Let me go and find it. I literally just sang to everyone for 40 seconds.
I'm trying to get back in, but it's not happy with me at all.
They loved it. All right, hang on. Let me go and find
See, guys, Ash is doing a wonderful job. Yeah, ID.
Right, I've got you on Facebook. Give me 1 second. Let me just go straight to YouTube. YouTube, Sally Sparks Cousins, the best of the best.
Isn't she great, guys? The joys of live.
Is the room recording? Because if it was, you would have got an amazing song. I hope that the room itself has recording.
I don't think it was.
Oh, no.
No, but the live stream is. They can hear you on the live stream.
All right, coming now. 1 moment.
All right, we are going to get Ash is looking after that. So let's talk about home play. All right, so your home play for today, let me find it. Here we go, home play. All right, so home play. For your home play today, what you're going to do is you are going to work out what is your next logical step after the lead magnet. Will it be time, where you give a discovery call, or like we call it, an automation audit? Or will it be them giving up a bit of money? So a tripwire between $1 and $27. So I want you to answer those questions so that you know where you're moving next. And then I want you to say exactly what the next step is going to be called. Will it be a discovery session, right? Will it be an audit? What are you actually going to call it? And it needs to link to whichever one of those free lead magnets that you chose. Okay? Now remember, it needs to be the next logical step. So it needs to feel like, oh, I need that now. Right? Okay. Now the best part, as you know, I love me some Live in 5. So our Sparkle Live challenge for today is, what is one thing you're proud of the most that people don't see behind the scenes. And the second question is, what did you like best about day 3? So was there a big aha moment that showed up for you? And because I love getting people to watch your videos and comment under your videos, I want you to then end by asking your live viewers a question. All right? So who's committed to doing that? Now, you're all streaming and watching, and I'm going to try and get back into Zoom for our After Dark. So please stay in Zoom, guys, those who are still in there without me right now. But you've got my team looking after you. Tomorrow, this one is awesome. So tomorrow we're going to talk about nurture, how to do that without overwhelm, and then how to get those subscribers and build those relationships. So those who are not yet, some of those become a yes, please. All right. So today was about clarity and commitment. Tomorrow, it all happens when somebody opts in. Now they're on your list and they don't yet convert. We want to nurture them until they're ready. All right. So that wraps up day number 3. I'm really annoyed because I love to find out and get favorite moments. Look, there's nobody I can invite in. There's nobody here but me. That's okay. We'll try to get back in once we end. So for everybody out there on the live stream, you get to see the joys of live. And as I always say, just do it messy. And this is exactly what this is, doing it messy. I will see you all tomorrow on day number 3. I've already started writing names down. Alison Eads, welcome. Also, I've got Deborah Garber. We're going to start a post-it note board for everybody who's registered. We've also got Sharon Sortal has already registered. So yay, I haven't been and checked since everything broke if there's any more coming in yet. To be honest, guys, 197 is a no-brainer. Even if you choose not to stay in the software, you will get the opportunity to physically build it, right? So you will know what you're up for when you do decide to come back and build it later. You will learn way, way more, and it's going to make you more than $197 back. I mean, it cost me more than that to have 3 staff members in the room for a day, for 3 days, looking after you. Like I said, this is not a profit-making activity for me. This is like a good karma pay it forward activity that is going to create real change. And then once that's up and running, you can bring me your sexy numbers and we can measure and optimize. That's why we're giving you 30 days inside of the academy so you can come to my strategy session with any questions that you have for 30 days after the live event. So it's a no-brainer. Honestly, this is going to get you way further than you've probably gotten in the last 12 months. I promise. And at the end of it, like I can truly promise that at the end of those 3 days, the whole system will be working and ready to start driving traffic to it. All right, guys. Anyway, we have so much left. We've still got 2 more days. Tomorrow's all about nurture. Friday is about building out your game plan. And Friday's got some really cool content. Okay, I'll come on Friday as well. Plus, we do a Sparkle graduation party on Friday. And we have a best dressed prize. We have one internally for the team and then one for everyone who attends live. All right, have a fabulous day. It's our Wednesday, it's hump day, but your Tuesday or Wednesday, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you tomorrow for day number 4. Never let anyone dull your sparkle and make sure you do an IPA every day and every day be marketing. Bye for now.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better Better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.